She wants to be free. Sandra is sitting on a bed in an empty room without windows. She doesn't know why she is there. She doesn't know how she got there. She only remembers closing the door of her car in front of her house yesterday. She knows nothing more. She goes to the door to check if it is open. It is locked. She shouts for help. She is abroad, so she shouts in many languages.
Help! Can anyone hear me?
Ayuda, aidez-moi.
Aidez-moi. Est-ce que quelqu'un m'entend?
Hilfe! Kann mich jemand hören?
Nobody answers. She doesn't know what time of day it is. She looks around to find something useful. There is nothing in the room but the bed and a toilet. The room looks like a prison. Suddenly, the small window on the door opens. Somebody puts a tray with food on the shelf inside the door. She runs to the window to see who the person is, but she can only see a man with a black mask.
Who are you? Why am I here? Please, let me go.
The man closes the small window and doesn't answer. She hears him leaving through another door. She looks at the food. It looks good, even first class. It smells good.
This is not a prison. You don't get such good food in a prison.
She eats the food and falls asleep. She wakes up in a car. Her hands are tied together. There is a blindfold on her eyes so she cannot see. Suddenly, the car stops and she hears her husband's voice. He is outside the car and wants to see his wife.
Where is my wife? I want to see her.
The man in the car says something in a language she doesn't understand. The door next to her opens, and a man pulls her out of the car. He takes off the blindfold from her eyes. She can now see her husband with a bag and 3 men with masks on their faces. Her husband looks worried.
What's happening? Why am I here?
Her husband puts the bag on the ground and steps back. A man from the car goes to the bag and opens it. He takes out a handful of money and puts it back.
Let her go.
The man pushes Sandra forward towards her husband. She hesitates but walks slowly towards him. He starts running towards her.
Sandra, are you okay?
The men are laughing and shouting. They get into the car and drive away. Sandra is with her husband now. She is safe. He unties her hands and holds them for a long time. She is crying, but she is happy. He is crying too.
I was so scared. I thought I lost you.
I am safe now. Let's go home.
They leave the country and go back to their home country. They start a new life. Sandra's husband becomes a successful businessman. One day, Sandra finds a box. She has never seen it before. She opens it and finds a black mask and photos of the windowless room. She remembers the room and tries to recall details of her time there.
Why does he have this? What does this mean?
She takes a big breath and puts her hand over her mouth. She takes a step back and sits down. She understands what happened. It was all a theater. Suddenly, she hears footsteps. She quickly puts everything back into the box and puts it back in its place.